Hey guys, we've got the Henderson Park League Night final.
Woohoo!
We got Damian here, aka Sensei, with my mate Cowboy in the commentary.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Got the intros here for the players. Demo, Mark. Mark, he's got a bit of a teapot happening there, double teapot. Roger's looking very happy.
I am your father.
And good old Josh. That rounds out our card for today.
So how's it going, Cowboy?
Oh, pretty good actually, mate. As you know, we just played around at Alborough, and then we're going to make a commentary on this. So, you know, we're living the dream, mate. We're living the dream.
How did your round go today, Cowboy?
Well, you know, they don't call you Sensei for nothing, so I didn't quite make my 9 handicap, but I'll be playing again next week and trying to do better.
We had a pretty good round today. It was a bit of fun.
It was a good fun, yeah. So Paul, who actually does the videos for T-Box Media and the owner, he played around as well, and he actually drew with me on my home course, so he did very well today, actually.
Yeah, Paul's a great player. It's always fun to play with Paul.
That guy Nathan, I think, was 2 over though, so I think he was back of the box. So.
Is Nathan your enemy, Cowboy?
Well, you know, we've got a friendly rivalry. That's a nice shot you did there, Damo. Just flash of change nearly, didn't you?
Yeah, not too bad, cuz. This first hole's pretty straightforward. You'd like to think you got a good chance of getting birdie on this drive here.
Yeah, I think it's one of the easiest holes on the course. A little bit of danger down the back.
A little bit of danger out to the left there too. It all plays as hazard if you end up OB on this course. So yeah, Josh just chaining out, but let's see how the rest of the guys go with their putts on this first hole. Putt there, Roger. So got a couple of putts left to go. Let's see how they work out.
I've just noted, Bruce, your cat walking in the room, and that's probably indicative of your putt, which is meow. No, we already knew with that one. We've talked about that one before, so
yeah, it's pretty average.
Yeah, it was a pretty average putt. Yeah.
Can't make all the putts. Do the best we can with them, but don't make them all. So yeah, on the league night finals, we've taken basically the best accumulated scores from the first month of play as to who this feature card is. So that's what's made up the whole group so far. The best shooting players from the previous month get to battle out together, and we're looking to see who can shoot the best 9 out of all these 4 players.
So the Henderson League begins in the spring, I believe. The course is a little bit tough to play in winter, isn't it? It gets a bit boggy. So I think that the course plays better in summer and spring. As you can notice on the drone footage, it's a little bit dry there. I think that was taken in summer. As you notice now when we go to the course proper, it's a little bit green, so there's not as much skip on the course. Yeah,
it all kicks in as soon as the daylight savings kicks in. Then there's some daylight hours for us to go and play an evening round. So it's pretty much the right time of year to play, all the way from daylight savings until daylight savings ends. You'll find league night at Henderson. So if you haven't come along and had a throw with everyone and you're an Auckland-based player, come on down and join us. It'd be good to see you there.
It might be a good time to put in the old like and subscribe to T-Box Media as well. You know, support the cause. Got the guys going out, doing a bit of our first commentary, so, you know.
We're giving it a go.
We're giving it a go, yeah.
We'll see how it all works.
I've got a cough now. I don't know if we can edit this out, but I'm going to cough. Sorry about that, guys. I really needed to do it that way. I'm very sorry.
Oh, you're a cheesy fella there, Cowboy.
All good.
Pretty good drive there from me. It's probably going to be my best drive of the 9. You never know your luck. But
was that a putter?
I'm pretty sure that was one of my fastest discs I've got, to be fair, Cowboy.
Oh, yeah, sweet as.
But yeah, no, it's a pretty decent drive.
Full play, mate. I don't know what's going on.
I've seen
that was an unlucky putt there for Roger.
That was forehand, mate.
That was similar to your on hole 1, but he was further away.
Yeah, I'd have felt better if mine was that far away too. But
oh, well, there you go. You've made up for it on that. This is a great birdie.
I look pretty happy about it too, mate.
So it looks like we're going to be all tied up here after 2 holes. There's 9 to play in this final. The holes get gradually harder, I believe. So those two are... hole 2 is pretty challenging, though. It's no gimme, especially in the wind.
It's a decent hole. I like hole 2. Well, my weeks that I played league night, I believe that was the only birdie I made. So
there's probably one more birdie than I can make, but cool.
I'm sure you're a forehand player, Cowboy. I'm sure you'd make that one like at least 6 times out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I have gone over the river before. I've lost a pink bottom stamp wraith, if anyone finds it. I think there might have been a tent over there and I got a bit scared. A homeless person might have lived over the other side. But, I didn't really search for that one. But hey, it's better than Rosedale River, you know. You can still have a look for it.
Yeah. So yeah, Josh, he just gave it a bit of a shank there, but, you know, not too bad. He'll have a putt.
So how are you finding those tee pads? Because you guys, I've seen in the previous videos that some people were shooting off to the side of them.
Yeah, the option is you can shoot off to the side of the tee. They're not too bad. I mean, I've got flat shoes on, so I kind of want to use the tee pad.
Yeah, you still get a bit of spin on it.
Yeah, it works all good. I definitely don't complain about those tee pads. They're not too bad. Not a bad drive from Roger.
Yeah, it was a great drive, actually.
A little bit short, but he's a good putter. We'll see what he can get in from there.
So you guys had a full contingent of players on the course. I noticed there's a few on the next hole teeing off there.
Yeah, we had a group on every hole, and we had one group in between. There were 40 players that showed up to league night. It was a pretty good show out for, like, it's the most players I've seen on a league night. It was good to see everyone there.
Awesome. Auckland disc golf's going off at the moment, isn't it? Plenty of players.
It's really building up. There's a lot of players getting into the game. Ooh, good putt from Roger there.
That was a great putt.
That dude's a really good putter.
Nonchalantly walks up. Casual as. He's got good, timing on his throw. We've got...
What's this, a beer can as a marker?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. It makes you not want to follow through, does it? Oh, we nearly kicked it over there. Wasn't even watching the putt, was watching the beer can.
He didn't even use chains to get it in, but he'll take it. Beer in hand. Good player, Mark. It was good to play with him. It's the first time I've played any golf with Mark Evans. Decent guy, good player. And yeah.
He was the... didn't we find his flick on the course? We put it on the high basket, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Was that Mark Evans? It had Mark written on it. Must have been us.
Yeah, I think it was Mark, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
So, yeah, we've saved you at this, Mark.
Yeah. We're on hole 4 here. I think this is the toughest hole on the front nine. I've always found it's the toughest of all these 3 pars on the front nine.
Well, I've seen you park this from the long position, Damo, with the most glamorous roll I've ever seen. So I'm pretty sure your play is a roller on this. Do you reckon you could get there with a forehand?
I think for my game, a forehand, I'd probably come up a bit short. I backed myself with a roller. This time I didn't quite get it up and over, but...
Oh, I hit the daisy, man. I saw that. Probably just wasn't enough turnover on it, but you're not in a bad position there, are you?
Should be an easy enough 3, but yeah, didn't quite execute it correct there, but that's cool.
Yeah, as I say, I think roller's a really good play on that shot.
Yeah. Roger likes the forehand that you're suggesting before.
Yeah, he kept it nice and low there. It's actually a pretty good shot. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Mark seems to be pretty predominantly backhand. Bit of a... I think he overturned that one. And he's a little bit out of position, but I still think he can make a pretty easy 3 from there.
I mean, it's pretty safe out left, though, isn't it? Because, you don't want to be right. Anywhere left is pretty safe, though.
Yeah, it's decent out to the left. There's definitely no real trouble from out there. Pretty decent looking throw there. Just a little bit short. Josh seems to throw forehand any time he gets a chance to throw a forehand. He's got a great forehand, that fella.
So when it goes and touches the pole, it's called a pole toucher, I believe. And when it goes around the pole, it's called a pole dancer.
Yeah, you hit the pole and you're definitely a pole toucher. Yeah.
He is using that backhand as a marker, isn't he? Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. We'll just see how long the beer lasts through the 9. I reckon he'll get through it before the end of the 9. But I'm sure it might be a beer. I don't really know, but he's using a can as his marker anyway.
Oh, excellent. Casual league night at Henderson, we love it. But you guys are in a final here, so are you aware of the score, or you know how much you got to shoot, or are you aware of the position you are compared to the other players?
Yeah, I kind of keep an eye on what's happening with the other guys around me. It's sort of like just try and get birdies. I mean, this course pretty much says get birdies.
So the whole front 9 is everything's a par 3, obviously. On the back 9, which is the continuation of the Twilight League, there are a few par 4s.
Yeah, it does get a bit tougher as the round goes on, but the front 9 you kind of want to capitalise on birdies and not hit the early tree like I've just sort of found there.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky there. You hit that one twig that was sticking out. Yeah, but that's golf, isn't it?
Pretty poor drive. Pretty poor drive, guys. So Josh is throwing a good throw. A little bit wide, but pretty decent. As says, he's throwing forehand a lot of the time, Josh, and his forehand's as good as nearly anyone I see throw a forehand. Throws great forehand.
See, I've seen 2 variations of that backhand. The one Mark just did there where you try to Anheuser it in, and I've also seen where you go to the right-hand side of the fairway, and I've seen park jobs on that. So, I throw forehand on that, but it's really interesting watching the backhand players choose their line on those.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've thrown pretty much as equally a bad or upshot as I threw drive. I've given myself a bit of a sniff, but we'll see how it goes.
A possible cheeky geese through the trees, you reckon?
Yeah, I should have a bit of a look at it.
Those trees are monsters, aren't they? That first one's like 3 metres wide. It's huge, so you don't want to be behind that.
Yeah, there's like one gap amongst them.
Yeah.
So you usually get lucky if you get a shot between them, to be fair. And I think I've got a gap.
Ooh.
A little bit set sailed on that one, and I've gone well over the top.
So you're looking at your first bogey for the evening?
Yeah. This is not a hole I'd like to bogey very often. So let's hope that I can make my bogey putt.
Well, the thing is that, you got a good pre-putt ritual. It's solid. You're going to make 9 out of 10 of those.
I'd like to think so.
You never know, though.
You never know, man. That putt didn't feel great, but it ended up in the bucket, so I'll take it.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Rogers putting. I think he's got a solid form as well, and I'm a big fan of the straddle putt, so it's nice to see another straddle putter making some putts.
Roger's a great putter. Whenever I've played with Roger, I've always been impressed with his game. He's definitely all-round very good player.
Good call.
And his putt's definitely well up there with most of the players I see around Auckland.
So I believe this is the signature hole on the course. Such a lovely hole, framed up beautifully, low ceiling, trees left and right. You have to make a very straight shot to park this one.
Yeah, it definitely requires a pretty good shot. Let's see if we can find an unorthodox line towards the pin, but...
Well, I've never seen it go that way, but I can imagine it would come back every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, not too bad a effort. And Josh too taking a relatively unorthodox line, but I reckon he'll have a putt for it.
Do you even know what these trees are called? These monster trunk trees? I mean, there's some huge ones around, aren't they? They're like Monterey pines or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the best with tree names. I'd say big pines.
We better send an email to Nate Sexton and ask him. Those guys are the tree experts, I believe.
No, he's from the wrong country, actually. We Auckland locals, so we should probably know what trees are in our parks, but Maybe we're too interested in throwing frisbees instead.
And hitting them. Yeah, fair call.
Not too sure, cuz.
So Josh probably just circle here, is he?
I reckon it's circle edge.
Oh, unlucky.
Little bit short that time for Josh.
You've got about a 6-7 metre putt here. Solid.
Yeah, I was happy with that putt. It went in the basket, which is always a bonus. It gives me a shot over the rest of the card, I believe, on this hole.
So you get one on the card there. That's awesome. It's still a tight game, though, isn't it? We've got 2-2-2s, one with Josh coming in to make a par. Mark tapping in.
We've only got 9 holes to try and do work, so
it's a bit of a quick fire round, isn't it?
that is. You kind of got to get all the scores that are on offer, and anything you leave out there is usually pretty disappointing. So, yeah, I was happy to make that birdie.
Yeah, so birdie or die pretty much, isn't it? I mean, this hole here is challenging. I could probably count the times I've birdied it on one hand.
How many times you played the course though, cowboy?
One hand. But I played it more than that. It has changed though. The course has changed. That tree that you see directly in the centre shot now was originally there, and the basket was to the right. And I used to have an overhand shot that I used to be able to actually put down on the ground, and it would skip right like 20 metres.
Yeah, you're an overhand master.
But this shot here, Rogers played that beautifully. I mean, I envy that shot because I would have to hang it out lefter. So he's played that beautifully, but it's a tough hole for me.
He plays a nice straight to hyzer forehand. He's got it well under control, that forehand, old Roger.
Yep, he has. We've got the backhand play here. Bit of a any turnover. That's pretty good, man. Maybe a little bit more any on it and it would have been parked.
Yeah, keep that nose down a little bit, and I reckon he's right next to the pin.
And Josh has got a solid forehand here. Nice skip.
That's a mean drive.
That's a good drive, yeah. Great drive.
Right up there.
So are you laying up here or are you meowing?
Believe it or not, I'm giving it a go.
Yeah. Yeah, giving it a go. It's full meow.
Pretty good layup at the end of the day, but
it was a good shot. I mean, raised baskets are always going to be tough, especially in the wind. I mean, you guys are pretty lucky here. There's no wind, and on Henderson, there's usually at least a smidgen of wind, if not a gale, to be honest.
Yeah, no, there was definitely not much wind to speak of on this evening. But yeah, on the other weeks, it has been a little bit windier. Good birdie from Josh there. Pick one up on the card.
Yeah, wow, he pretty much parked that hole, didn't he?
Yeah, he was way closer than I even gave credit from the tee. It was a real good drive. Same as Roger there. I thought he was probably closer to the circle's edge, but really nice birdie from him. So what do we got? 2 holes left in this front 9 battle to see who comes out on top. And you'd like to think that these last 2 holes are scoring opportunities. I'd say they should be 2 of the easier holes on the front 9. We'll see how it goes from the group.
Just a bit skinny there from Roger.
Yeah, he was in a bit of a hurry to get to the pin and it got caught up pretty short.
Well, Josh has made the same error.
Well, he's checking with the cameraman to make sure the cameraman's ready because he's so fast. He's hard to keep up with.
And you've given that enough, haven't you?
Yeah, I'd like to think it's pin high. Pretty close. It's a good drive. I was happy with that one.
Scored a bit of cabbage there. A little bit unlucky.
Yeah, he's come out a little bit left. Mark's a pretty good player. Wouldn't put it past him making a nice putt. You never know your luck.
Well, now might be a good time to thank the sponsors. T-Box Media, of course. This is, as we said, this is our first time commentating and we're really enjoying it. Thisshop.co.nz, Hayden and the crew. So thank you guys for all you do for Auckland Disc Golf. Please like and subscribe, as they say, to the channel. Do a lot to support the cause of, for me personally, getting more courses in the ground in Auckland.
Yeah, the more courses we get, the more people that play, the more people show up to events like this. And as we can see, things have just tightened up going into the last hole. We've got two of us sitting on 3 under, 2 guys on 2 under. So this last hole is going to be pretty important to see who takes out the front 9.
Yeah, well, hole 9, it's a interesting shot. It's framed by trees. There's a little bit of OB long. You don't want to get caught behind that guardian tree there. Interesting forehand, Damo. Thought it was more of a backhand hole for you, but let's see how you go.
I usually try and play a forehand on this hole. I'm giving myself a bit of a chance for the birdie.
You have given yourself a chance, yep, very nice. Roger's going backhand.
Yeah, for a guy who throws heaps of forehand, I'm a little bit surprised that he went with a backhand there, but we'll see how he recovers from there.
And Josh gets a nice skip forward. Might be a little bit obstructed by that tree. And there's the other backhand. So we had a split there. 2 backhands, 2 forehands.
Yeah, that was a good backhand from Mark.
Yep.
He's a good player, Mark. Enjoyed playing with him. He's got a pretty good game.
So Roger really needs to make this, doesn't he? Because you're pretty close to the pin.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine he needed to make that.
That was going to be a miracle putt, wasn't it? I mean, I could see that going in sometimes, but that was pretty cool, actually.
Well, we cracked up about that. He got so wedged between that tree. It was a pretty hard case place to land.
You get the vice grips out to take the disc out, was it? Wedge it over.
Yeah, it was tight. Great putt. So, what does that push him to 3 under? So, if I want to win this, it looks like I need to make my putt to actually take it to move 4 down. And how did that not go in? It looked pretty good.
Yeah, I'd call that a spit out.
Yeah, it was a pretty good putt.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, to be honest. So this is to win the final. Ooh, solid. A little bit left. You'll take it though any day, won't you?
Mate, I'll put anything in my back pocket I can, mate.
For sure.
Happy with that.
And Josh, nice little putt there to finish the round. So Damo, good score there, 4 under for the front 9.
Well played. Thanks for running, guys. Fun as always.
So you guys got a little bit of a semi-competition on after this with the longer tees, but this was the final of the T-Box Media front 9. Lovely to see, some great golf there.
Thanks for listening, guys. Let's catch you next time we're here together. Sensei here and
Cowboy. Woo! Yeehaw!
yeah, we are mates.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, eh? I look forward to next time we see you guys.